Welcome to Business Booster, your launchpad to AVGC XR industry for worldwide studios and professional content creators.
Hi, boost your strategies to boost your AVGC accesses to the stars. It's going to be stellar.
Welcome to the Sensei Strategy.
Where ancient scrolls meet digital screens.
Discover how Japan's timeless blueprint creates worlds that endure. Saturday is here, and so is your special dose, a high-octane talk show, where we dissect the DNA of global entertainment empires.
Hello, global viewers. Japan's content industry isn't just an entertainment sector. It is a case study in vertical integration and cultural alchemy. Today, we will analyze their secret sauce.
Today, we are looking at a nation that turned ink and paper into $1 trillion cultural juggernaut.
A country where a blue hedgehog is worth more than a blue chip stock. Incredible!
Powerful words, Anjali. Let's get into it. Our title today is the Sensei Strategy, because Japan didn't just make cartoons, they built universes.
A headline, Astro Boy saves the day.
The perfect headline. Let's draw it. There, Astro Boy, it's perfect. Anjali, when we talk history, we often look at the last 20 years. But the dominance started in the ashes of World War II. Walk us through it.
It began with the rebuilding. The secret starts with Osamu Tezuka, the god of manga. He pioneered limited animation, a game changer for efficiency and style. This is how anime conquered the world. With Astro Boy, he did two things that defined the industry. One, limited animation technique, and two, the media mix. From day one, Tezuka ensured that Astro Boy was a manga, an anime, and a toy line simultaneously. He synchronized all three from the start, with the toy line being key to the franchise's long-term success.
So, the globalization strategy started in the 60s?
Precisely. By the 80s and 90s, Japan allowed anime to mature with its audience. Economic bubble in Japan allowed conglomerates to buy up publishing houses, animation studios, and distribution networks. They created a closed loop. They didn't just sell a show, they sold the ecosystem.
That ecosystem is the key. Let's see how that infrastructure powers the present. We are in the present. Demon Slayer becomes the highest grossing film globally in 2020 in a pandemic.
Venurao, it's a three-pillar strategy. First pillar, the production committee system. Pillar 2, merchandise first mindset. And pillar 3, AVGC XR convergence. First pillar, cross-media synergy, which means the production committee. For a major IP, the committee includes a publisher, a TV station, a toy company, a streaming service, and they all invest from day one.
It's a war room, not a handoff.
A war room?
Yes, we collaborate, we don't just hand off.
Exactly. Pillar 2, merchandise first mindset. Gundam is a 45-year-old IP. The show was a commercial designed to sell plastic models. Pillar 3, AVGC XR convergence. Sony uses Unreal Engine for virtual production. Real-time rendering. VTubers like HoloLive are a billion-dollar industry, a fusion of 3D CG, mocap, and character IP. This is the future of interactive entertainment.
That's the secret. They treat the IP like a baby. Anjali, what does the future look like?
The future is bright. We'll blend tradition with cutting-edge tech. The future is where our business booster lens gets most interesting. Japan faces a shrinking domestic workforce. To maintain dominance, they are forced to automate. AI-assisted production for in-betweens and backgrounds. And the next leap is narrative immersion, live service anime worlds where the anime happens inside the game.
So, for a creator in Mumbai, Hyderabad, or Bengaluru, the window to compete is closing fast.
Japan is already in the future.
But is there a gap Indian creators could exploit? Exactly. Let's explore. So, what's the secret to crafting a timeless world?
It might be rooted in the Mahabharata, or a futuristic New Delhi, Visakhapatnam, Nagpur, Chennai, or
Anjali,
Kolkata.
this is the heart. We have the talent, we have the stories, but we lack the strategy. How do Indian creators learn from the Sensei Strategy?
3 lessons. 1. Embrace the manga mentality. Japan tests ideas in weekly magazines. 2. Indian creators should use webcomics. And 3. Should create graphic novels to validate their IP before raising big budgets. Don't ask for $1 million for a show. Ask for $10,000 for a comic. Prove the audience exists. The production committee model, Indian style. Bring a gaming studio, a publishing house, a fintech company for digital collectibles to the table before you write the script.
So, it's about building the consortium before the content?
Next is about cultural narration. Specificity is global strength. Japan never asked, will Americans get a ninja? Indian creators should stop westernizing.
That's a great perspective, Anjali.
If we make a sci-fi series based on the Dasavataras, with world-class 3D CG and XR integration, the world will come to us. But only if we treat it with the same production value and merchandising forethought as Japan.
Anjali, we've talked about what India can learn. But there's another side to this coin. Japan has capital distribution. How can Japan invest in Indian original IP creation for future business progress?
This is where the next growth frontier lies. Japanese corporations are already looking beyond their domestic market for new IP that can travel globally. India offers something Japan cannot produce internally: fresh cultural narratives with massive domestic scale and English proficiency for easy export. We're already seeing early moves. Sony investing in Indian game studios, Bandai exploring Indian mythology toys, but the next step is strategic. Japanese capital entering Indian IP at the creation stage, not just distribution. Imagine a production committee where Kodansha publishes the manga in Japan, Bandai makes the toys, and an Indian studio creates the 3D animation, all sharing global rights.
So it's not just Japan teaching India. It's a partnership where Japan gets access to new stories and a massive English-speaking market, while India gets the production muscle and distribution networks it lacks.
Exactly. The smart money in Tokyo sees Indian IP as the next big asset class. With India's PLI scheme for AVGC and Japan's context of subsidies, we could seek original Indian IP. For Japanese investors, backing an Indian fantasy epic with built-in domestic audience of 1.4 billion is a hedge against their own demographic decline.
So the message to Japanese investors is clear. Don't just license Indian stories after they're made. Get in early, co-own the IP, build the franchise together. And for Indian creators, is to structure your IPs in a way that invites that investment. That is the next evolution. Japan and India combining discipline and imagination, infrastructure and stories to build the next generation of global IPs.
The opportunity is mutual. Japan secures its future by investing in the world's most vibrant story culture. India leapfrogs into the big leagues by partnering with and create characters that belong to the world.
Anjali, as always, you've given us a roadmap. Thank you.
Thank you, Venurao. Jane do, but actually don't let go. Seize the IP. And Japan, don't hesitate. Invest.
Here out Indy, and this has been Business Booster. Keep creating, keep owning, and we'll see you next Saturday.